Okay, alright, well, put it out there. For these Linux fans anyway. Alright, what do we got for them? Oh, hello people. Another beautiful day. Yup. Hope your 5 senses of work, health, and strength is good. Or, excellent. Alright, now, for you Linux users, we talking about Pop! OS. You're like, huh? Who? It says Pop! OS 24.4 Alpha with Cosmic Desktop is available to download. It says, you've heard of System 76 new Cosmic Desktop environment? You've seen the screenshots and video clips of it, but the time has come to strap in and take it for a test flight. Said yes, the first alpha of Cosmic Desktop environment has arrived alongside the Pop! OS 24.4 Alpha, making it easy for the brave and the bold to download an iOS, boot it up, and get exploring this Rust-based newcomer to the Linux desktop scene. It says here, keep pushing here, it says here, and what a desktop it is. Pop! OS 24.4 sits atop the same technical underpinning as Ubuntu 24.4, but the similarities pretty much ends there. System 76 apply considered set of modification and adaptation of their own, opt for new Linux kernel and graphics drivers, ship a different stack of software, no snap, and use their new Cosmic Desktop environment, compositor, greeter, and toolkit. I've been testing the Pop! OS 24.4 Alpha with Cosmic for the best part of a week. As an alpha, it has bugs, quirks, missing and incomplete features, etc. But despite the alpha tags, everything runs well for daily driver usage. And that's pretty incredible. System 76 engineers have, in the space of just 2 years, built an entirely new desktop environment, compositor, user interface toolkit, theme and system, core apps, and more, all from scratch using Rust programming language. Why Rust? System 76 says they picked it for readability, stability, maintainability, and memory safety. Many modern computer vulnerabilities happen in the system memory, and Rust makes it easy to write memory safe code. Well, it means that you guys have to adapt and change. Anyway, it says here, but Rust is a newcomer language, and no major desktop environment has built using it until now, which requires System 76 engineers to work plumbing in features much lower down the stack, like compositing, text rendering, and so on. Engineering. Oh, a couple of the words is silent. Feat that impresses me most in Cosmic, that System 76 was able to get from nothing to this level of functionality in a couple of years. Who knows what improvement, features, and enhancement they can add in a few more. And then it says here, of course, Cosmic is at the heart of Pop! OS 24.4, where it's replaced Genome Shell and the many Pop! Shells, Genome Shell extension earlier versions of Pop! OS used. And then it says, and the new Rust base are re-imaging of the Pop! OS user experience, threads closer to the UX/UI that went before. This familiarity with genome-based incarnation of the Pop! Shell experience is entirely by design. Why fix what isn't broken? Instead, System 76 have chosen to re-implement the core UX, but it's no longer adds-on, able to expand, and embrace new features, such as Cosmic looks near enough identical, docked at the bottom, bar at the top, the ability to enable automatic window tiling, and OSD, app pickers, text-based, app launchers, vertical workspace, and so on. Cosmic is Wayland's first, but you can run X11 apps via Wayland. The compositor support, fractional scaling, refresh rate, NVIDIA hybrid graphics. And then, here go the features. But Cosmic Epoch 1 also bring plenty of newness to the fore too. New design language and theming. 1. Comprehensive theming system with shareable themes. 2. Options for horizontal workspace. 3. New panel applets and applets customization. 4. Enhanced customization for dock and top bar. 5. New core apps including file manager, terminal, text editor. 6. And new setting apps and pop store software hubs. 7. The theming capabilities are fairly broad, but only affects Cosmic and its native app using the libcosmic/ice, that's ICD toolkit. Regular GTK/QT/Electron/etc. app sticks with the standard Pop GTK theme, dark brown. Then it says the Cosmic desktop is not exclusive to Pop OS. Today, alpha release can be packaged by and made available in other distros. Indeed, talk of an official Fedora Cosmic spin is underway. This alpha release puts Cosmic in the hands of Linux developers and maintainers so that they can see what Cosmic can do for their users and help them achieve the experience they set out to create, the company says. Then it says System 76 is excited to see Cosmic integration elevate Linux as a whole and all the intriguing custom distros and features that comes from making UX buildings more accessible. It says Cosmic Epoch 2 will the second official release due in around a year time and will include additional features like touchscreen support. In the meantime, there's still plenty of stuff to be added to Epoch 1, including accessibility features, a frosted glass effect, and more settings. And then it says bugs, quirks, incomplete features, placeholder settings, and a general lack of QA testing and polish should all be expected. It is an alpha. Don't rush into snap judgment about Cosmic based on playing with this build. You'll get more rounded picture by the time of the beta. And then it says a few quirks I noticed. Some changes don't persist or aren't retained between booting, including keyboard layout. I add a UK layout reboot and it's gone. Close parentheses. Bluetooth status, I turned it off, reboot, and it's back on. Screen brightness, always a max on reboot, and so on. Again, it's alpha, and these aren't functional deal breakers. If you're willing to ride the bleeding edge, then honestly, download it, put it on a USB stick, try it out. It works okay in a virtual machine, but it's files on real hardware. Then it says grab a copy and let me know what you think. Well, that's what happens when you come out with something new, you know, or something new is in development and alpha is out. The alpha is out, and of course there's needs to be a beta. So you know, when the alpha is out, that means, you know, there's still some more work to be done. So, but the alpha is designed to get feedback from programmers, developers, engineers, users, you know, and take all those feedbacks and then apply it to the main build. So that's what alpha test. That's why they have alpha testing and beta testing. So yeah. So this Pop OS got some more work to be done. Come with some features, and once the developers get all the feedbacks they need, then the main main build, then there should be a beta, then the main build should come out. So yeah, but has some features for now, you know, and whatever shortcomings you face with those features, you send it back to the developers, and they'll take it from there. So yeah, communication is the key in all this when you really look at it. When it comes to these new OSs, you know, communication is priority one, you know, because you're trying to get a feedback and an idea where does this OS stand in terms of you know, of today's standards, you know, and is it meeting the needs and demands of the users and businesses. So that's the key in all this. So communication is big when it comes to Pop OS, you know. So right now they got about, let's see, what's this? How many comments we got here? 45. And people 45 users are sounding off already. So there'll be more to come, you know. I could sit here and read all of them, but not gonna do that. But other than that, man, yeah. Or I could read a few. I could read 3. One person, Flowery, said this: System 76 acts like Workspace are the next best thing since sliced bread. But I don't like Workspace, and I don't know anyone who does. Even though every OS has workspaces, people rarely use them. Multiple monitor setups are super cheap nowadays, and they are way less annoying than using Workspace. That's just one person's opinion. And then Joe said this: I'm exactly the same. The only thing I use Workspaces is when I need to take screenshots showing the workspaces. I don't even use multiple monitors. I just use the dock to switch between apps. And then Juggernaut said this: there is too much curve on the upper corner of the dock. It doesn't look right to me. See, that's why we have feedbacks, communication, folks. And then Joe said this: yeah, it looks off for sure. At present, it's not possible to change the radius the dock uses independently of the main radius settings. There are 3: round, slightly rounded, and square. But the slightly rounded, and then it says see the light mode screenshot in the post, makes it looks as it should. Then one more here, and then Lieber said this: I tried it in a VM and then installed it in Fedora from COPR, and I have to say it feels better than I expected from screenshots and videos, especially from an alpha release. I see this as the best contender for middle ground between the two extremes that are GNOME and KDE Plasma, which I use. Kudos to System 76. And then one more, Mighty said this: exciting news, is that Pop Store still the one from Elementary OS or a new one? And then get these last two. Joe said this: brand new app. And then Mighty said this: great. So yeah, people sharing their opinions on Pop OS. So yeah, the more feedback, the better, you know. So developers are listening. So in the world of tech, especially when you have podcasts, blogs, video conferencing, you got email systems, and you got social media. Oh yeah, communication is big in the tech world. So some of these users have their likes and their dislikes already. So that's just about 5 or 6 people that I read off, just to give you a feel, give you an understanding of what they're thinking. So yeah, Pop OS is here in alpha mode, but when that full release, but this is just an alpha test right now, so the developers can get a feel for what the users are thinking, how they feel about it. So yeah, so far so good. The tech industry moves along. Something new is always coming. Anyway, I'm gonna leave this video for y'all to enjoy it. Nice talking to you people again. Chris, still a Star Wars and Star Trek thing. Dark Side. I'll go. Peace.